More military action coming to southeast Nigeria and others, says Chief of Defence Staff. The Chief of Defence Staff, General Lucky Irabo, has said that the military will carry out President Buhari's directive to the letter as southeast, northeast, and northwest regions will witness more military action. Irabo added that there was now a little calm in the northwest and north central going by the decimation of a number of the bandits and their leaders in the past weeks by the military. The CDS stated this in an interview with the State House reporters while briefing them on the outcome of the security meeting with Buhari on Tuesday. He said, based on the president's directive, yes, of course we are, and I'd like to reiterate that for those who have been following the developments in the southwest, for example, the various operations where bandits were neutralized and some of their leaders were also taken. We also saw last week the rescue operation that was undertaken. These are intelligence-led operations and they are all geared towards observing the directives of Mr. President, and that's the reason why we've observed a little calm in the northwest and in the north central. Quite a lot has also happened. In the southeast, we've been following the reports of actions we have to undertake in that regard. We are on top of the situation regarding the president's directive, and you will see more action. Buhari on Tuesday approved the security measures for southeast and south-south regions of the country. The acting IGP Usman Alkali Baba disclosed this to State House correspondents after the security meeting. He, however, declined to give details. The president has also approved a memo printed by the National Security Advisor, Babagana Monduno, on the control of drugs, which he said are enablers of insecurity, but did not also elaborate. Kind of far-fetched. The NSA said the meeting stressed the need to address security challenges in the country, particularly those that had risen in the last few months. All right. So it just seems a bit negative every time because again we don't have a relationship with the military, so it's like to just come off and be like, just to undermine the work that they've actually done. There's a little calm. Is there a little calm? I don't think you get to decide. I think it's the people that get to decide. But then again, they never really react to anything, do they? So again, it's like the people are the most reliable source of information on how they feel and how things have been done. So again, it's like why there's a little calm, okay, fine, but then why are you extending it to the south of England, south of Nigeria? Because it's a different thing. You guys want to, again, if the people complain, then they will ask you to come. That's it. So again, the people in the south are not complaining. They are complaining of the police force itself, that it even needs to be, dismantled because of corruption and, basically illegal activities. However, it's just like, why do you think trying to bring military to the southeast or south is gonna, wait, what? You're basically trying to give equal attention to regions of the country when we obviously know that one region in the country is absolutely in more of a shamble than others. So it's like, what's the plan with that? And then again, when you give these instructions or these directives or the plan you're going to do, you don't elaborate why. You might as well just not tell us anyway. You might as well not tell us. Someone says, for more slaughter of innocent Igbo man, Abi, why don't they take their military action to Katsina and Nigeria, where bandits and Boko Haram abound and are killing and forcing people to join terrorists? Why leave kidnappers and terrorists and going after ASN that only pledged to protect their people against terrorists and kidnappers? Again, because they've been effective. They've literally, they've literally effectively taken out a lot of herders, and the people are fine with it. And again, when you have corporations like Mieti Allah, like it just pains me the relevance they've gotten, because they're not adding anything to the society. They're really not. At least herders come out and say Magban is defending me. Like, come out and say, okay, fine, this is what they're doing. Like, did they give you money to start your business? Did they do anything? No. So it's like, instead, when it comes to issues like this and what we need to solve, you have Magban coming to as a distraction, as a deterrent for actual change, because they just twist the whole conversation and we just actually lose focus of what we're actually doing. So again, it's like, okay, fine. We're talking about herdsmen, which is basically why, they're coming to basically, increase military action in the South, because they know that, ESN or Southeast, that ESN have actually tackled that problem. That's the only reason. Because again, if the South was literally going through something else where it had nothing to do with herdsmen, but then there were killings and all that, would they put their 2 cents in? Would they? They wouldn't. So again, it's like when you get relevance for the wrong things, it's just a bit like wow. Even because again, it's very unfair, because even other what do you call it, corporations in the country, or groups or NGOs or whatever you want to call it, they don't have as much say, not as much say, but obviously they're all in the same position. But it's very obvious to say that with Mieti Allah, it's just a different situation. It just feels like as if they sort of have this authority to speak on certain issues. So any soldier coming to the East should first write his will, because they must surely meet their death. Again, this is we're just aggravating situations right now. I don't know. Someone says each time the government hears of the South or Southeast in their blood pressure increases, are they afraid of the Southeasterners? They are, absolutely, because again, in terms of people who want to live and are very strong, and actually they are very scared. They are so scared. It's so obvious. I mean, in the tactics that they use, it's like very petty tactics that are not even that. For some reason, IPOB and they're always ahead of what the government is going to do. They are. So again, if they try something, ESN will literally, be one step ahead and would truncate their plans. So yeah. It sometimes, if what you say about things is coming down in those areas is anything to go by, then I advise there shouldn't be complacency on the part of your men, because that has happened before. Once you think they are being technically defeated, that's when you want to go and rest. Exactly. Why are you resting? Have you even put, again, even if that is a good point, even if you can find a little bit of calm, why are you now putting a lot of energy where it's not due? Like, you still have to be there. You don't understand that these people are back. You know who they're. I mean, one could ask, don't you know who's backing them? Don't you know the power that they have? But then some might say that, they know, and it's on purpose, that they're not defeating them on purpose. But you know what? That's just conspiracy, and that we're not into that. We're into the facts, okay? What we can see. And I just say what it is. But again, it's like, okay, fine, there's a little bit of peace, and then the next thing you want to go after IPOB. It's a lie. Absolute lie. Because even prior to this, you guys were not comfortable with them in the first place. So let's not even pretend. Because again, if the South, as I said before, was going through things like this, where there's a lot of panic, there's a lot of insecurity that had nothing to do with the herdsmen, would they be very vocal in trying to defend and call the government to take responsibility for what is going on? I highly doubt that. Put what you think about it in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.